Let's take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check out. Ready.
Mike. Here we go.
Ready.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Now Luck. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
At the 46-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing is Luck. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's
Go. Green,
53, Mike, 53. Blue there.
Luck on first down. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Switch. Check. Crunch. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
53's the Mike. 53.
A shotgun snap for Luck. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, Luck. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. Luck throwing again. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Back to throw. Luck. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Single. Watch 84.
Hey, foxtrot.
To the air again. Luck. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, 50 to Mike. Bring it.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
50's to Mike. Get him.
Hey, high 7. 11B. Mike 50.
I'm going.
Throwing again is Lott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over. That one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Baltimore.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Now it's Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll fake it. Now Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by Penny. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jackson now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And he finds Jimmy Graham. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Jackson will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end's right.
Throwing again. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
26, Mike. 20.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spending time.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Play action. It's locked. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now, Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. On 3rd and 1, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for them. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. It's complete. Deion Kane working the middle. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Luck now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, it's Elliott. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Luck now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second down, it's Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. Jackson now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did, and batted it away.
Now he's forced out right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now Jackson, and this one's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They got 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Come on.
Off of play action. Luck. Looking for Campbell downfield. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kenny Moore, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught at the 10. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there for Indy. 52 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the air again, Luck. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. That's Elliott, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Gostkowski the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. Going for it all. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Colts, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.